the best option. Best option to do that on. All right. Good afternoon. Well, good evening. Good evening. It's 8 o'clock at night. Get ready to get the heck up out of here. But wanted to pretty much give you guys your finance tip. I'm probably just gonna redo this whole thing over next week because I'm rushing right now. And I kind of really wanted to go into a little more detail. So this is gonna be a class. This is gonna be one of the classes on the membership that we're taping next week. But that's part of the reason why I'm talking about it now. So you all can be aware, right? So main thing is let's start with Finance Friday. Finance Friday, right? So what I pretty much came on here to remind you, a lot of you got paid this weekend. A lot of you got paid on Friday. You can pay tomorrow, whatever, right? Part of this and learning financial literacy, right, is budgeting. If you guys have never heard of that term, okay, let me move back a little bit for YouTube. If you guys have never heard of that term in your life before, I need you to start understanding a budget or having a budget, right? The importance of a budget. Because one, that's going to keep you on track financially. That's going to keep you on track for your goals. Yes, I made it home, Beverly. I made it home last night, like 1 a.m. So in our membership, I do have a course on budgeting where we're teaching you like a whole process and step line, right? But for now, I want to give you this tip to remind those of you, all right? If you are not budgeting, budget. So many of y'all, and this is the thing, the course that I'm doing is really more to keep you accountable. So it's not a one-day course, right? It's going to probably be like a 3-week period where we meet every single day on a specific time and we go over your progress, your budget for like a full 30-day period, right? So it's more of a challenge. Let's call it that, right? It's going to be like the how to start your budget challenge. Because what I would like more of you to do is be able to have that safety net, to be able to have that savings account where if something happens, right? Part of growing financially and being financially responsible is knowing where and how where and how your money is going to. Okay, right? So you have to know where you're starting, right? So if you have a W-2 job, you have to start with what your income is. If you're making $2,000 a month, you need to write that down, right? You need to like have that on paper. $2,000 income. Then you need to know all of your expenses. If you're paying rent, you're paying mortgage, you're paying light, you're paying gas, you're paying heat, you're paying cell phone bill, right? All of that stuff needs to be written down as well. You need to know every single expense that you have, your monthly recurring expenses. So your top monthly recurring expenses are what? Place to stay. Your living is probably your biggest expense, right? Then you have light, gas, food, clothes, stuff like that, right? Your cell phone bill. You have to write down your monthly bills as they come in because the bills never change. Your income can fluctuate or change, right? But your bills are usually the same or around the same amount. So you need to know that, and you need to be doing this on eventually you'll get to doing it on a weekly, daily basis. But just to teach you and educate you initially, we're going to start with you learning how to budget monthly, all right? Because you should have a monthly calendar where you're looking at your budget and your income every single month, okay? We have an Excel sheet where we break it down. Like I have an Excel sheet for my business. I have an Excel sheet for my personal life, right? So we're also going to be teaching you that way as well. So if you're a business owner, you'll get that in your business course. But personal people, when you join the membership, that'll be a class as part of the membership. But then we're going to do a separate one as a challenge for those of you who need like accountability partners, right? Because I can get on here and tell you all day, oh, go set up a budget. But if you're not used to budgeting or keeping up with your finances on a day-to-day basis, that's going to be hard for you to stick with. It's almost like hiring a personal trainer, right? And this is kind of what I'm getting y'all in the mindset is you got to think like when you're changing your life, especially financially, and you're trying to reach your financial goals, sometimes you have to think like that. Like sometimes you have to bring in somebody who can keep you accountable, right? So I hate working out, but I pay a trainer. You get what I'm saying? To keep me accountable. That's the reason why you pay a trainer. That's the reason why you pay certain people to do certain things for you, because it helps with accountability, one, right? Then it also, when you pay an expert, they're going to get you there a lot quicker. So instead of you trying to figure it out on your own, you may have wasted years and you still don't have a budget. You still don't understand the budget. You still don't know the process of it. You still don't know how your money works for you, right? And so that is part of the reason, again, why we are doing the monthly membership. So that way we can actually work with you, like on a continuing basis, like a training kind of thing, where we're helping change your mindset and transition you from being all over the place to having structure in your life. So finances is part of structure. All right. So when you're redoing your finances, or you're trying to save for money, you're trying to save for a vacation, you're trying to save for a rainy day, the goal is to really have those of you set up where you have that, right? Because in this day and age, that living check to check is very stressful. So if you start saving and budgeting for putting a certain amount of your check every week, every month, every pay period into your savings account, into your investment account, into your vacation fund account, right? So also, depending on what you want to do, you set up certain categories for what you want to do. If you know you want to go on a vacation, then you create a separate expense category on the Excel sheet for vacation. Okay. If you know you want to have $1,000 in your savings account, then you create a separate Excel sheet space on your budget line for your savings account. So you have to create an item, right? You have to create where you want this money to go. So if you got $1,000 and you want to put $25 in each pot, then that's, you know what I'm saying? That's how you're going to start learning the process of budgeting, and then also sticking with your budget. That's the other thing, right? Because you don't want to say, I've given myself, so for those of you who eat out a lot, like me, I'm part of somebody who eats out a lot. So I have to budget myself with ordering food out, right? But let's say, okay, I'm saying, okay, this week I cannot spend more than $100. My weekly budget for the whole week, for all 7 days, right? If I'm going to be working in my office Monday through Sunday, or let's just say Monday through Saturday, I have a budget. So if I only have $100 and I want to break it down daily, that's $16.66 that I have it every day. Okay. Now, depending on, maybe I didn't want to eat out Monday and Tuesday. So now I got $16.66 times 3. So that's $49.98. Let's say I may want to go to Grand Lux today. So I get to go to Grand Lux and I could spend $30 because in my budget, I have $49.98. Since I didn't eat out Monday and Tuesday, now I have that money left over that rolled over to Wednesday. So now Wednesday, I got $49 to eat with. So, and you don't have to max your budget out, you know, if you want to eat somewhere nice or whatever one day, but that's the plan. You see what I'm saying? Just how I broke that down like that, that's exactly what you would be doing. That's exactly what a budget is. It's literally making a goal and a plan, right? And then keeping with it, staying in order, staying in that structure. That's literally what a budget is. It's structure for your finances. And many of you, because we live in a day where you're just logging into the app, checking on your bank account. It's not old school. Like old school, we had checkbooks. Anybody that know me when I was coming up in high school, what did I used to do? If y'all on here that know me? Facebook, I have more people that know me, of course. YouTube, y'all are new to me. Y'all don't know me from high school. But in high school, I literally used to pull my checkbook out and be budgeting. Okay. Because that's how I was taught. My father taught us, my sisters and I, my siblings and I, very early on, like very early on. When I was like 8, 9, he got us a checkbook and made us start filling out in the checkbook so we can know and understand our money and a budget, right? Again, I told y'all I come from grandparents and a father who was in the education system. So they were very big with us learning early on. So if you all have kids, many of you on here who kids, even if you don't know how to do it, you need teaching your kids budgeting right now. All right. I'm telling you, it will change their life. That is part of the reason why I am who I am and how I am who I am is because my parents and my grandfather, my father and my grandmother taught us very early about money and how to use it and how to save it and how to hold on to it, right? How to keep it. So if you are a parent and your kid is of age, they're spending money, okay? Because that's the thing. You spend money every single day. But a lot of people are not talking about how to manage it, save it, maintain it. It's real easy to get money, right? It's real easy to get access to it, but a lot of you are blowing it. You're just blowing through it. And that's part of the reason why you're blowing through it is you don't have a budget. You don't have a goal set up in place. You don't have mentally it written down for you. Because if you look at this every single day, let's just say that's the budget board, right? If you look at that every single week, every month, and you maintain that, a lot of you would not be spending the way that you're spending because you're like, oh no, I got goals. I got a trip that I'm trying to take. I can't eat out. You get what I'm saying? You have to put limitations on yourself in order for you to progress moving forward. It's no way around it. You're never going to make it if you don't think that you do not have to have structure and a budget in place for your finances. It's not going to happen. You're not going to grow. Okay. So again, we're on here to try to help educate you to grow, to boost your mindset, make you think bigger outside of the box. So that's my Finance Friday tip. Now, if you are in my private group and community, I'm going to create a class for you all sooner than the membership. No, I'm not. I'm lying right now because we launching the membership by the 15th. But the 15th is a Sunday, so I'll probably launch it that Monday, the 16th. So you'll have access to the budgeting class and some other stuff. But that's just the class. That's not the challenge. But so what I will say is if you are in my private community, I'm going to offer my private community the challenge first. All right. Because again, that's the point of benefit of being in my VIP. So if you're not in my VIP text community, I advise you to get on in now. Text the number 773-923-1763. Because my community members get access to everything first, or whatever classes or content that we coming out with first. I know I got a lot of stuff going on within this next month, so I'm not just gonna randomly say I'm gonna put the budgeting class out. Yes, on TikTok, I am in Chicago. Yes, I am in Chicago. Don't worry, Marilyn, you can come back and watch it later. Miss Martin, I don't want to mess your name up, so I'm gonna just say Miss Martin. Thank you, boo, from Birmingham, Alabama. Jessica say budget and laugh. Jessica, stop laughing, because that's the problem. You and everybody else need a budget. Stop laughing. Sheila, hey from ATL, Sheila. Clarity, Shot-Town. Hey, Shot-Town. Oh, you saying the hey to me. Sorry. Hey, Clarity. Be better. All right. Okay, YouTube. Ryan, good evening, family. Michelle, hello, Patrice. I appreciate how you are giving the community these great financial tips and videos, taking notes. Thank you, Michelle. Glad you are here taking notes. And Beverly says, yep, I have 3 boys. Yep. So let's get them boys together. Let's get them educated now. The earlier that you all do it, I'm telling you, it's easier, it's better for them in life. I'm trying to tell you, I'm a living witness of a child who was educated early about money and finances. So the earlier that you do it, the earlier that you sit down with them. Parents, y'all be thinking because you don't have your finances in life in order, that don't matter. Your kids don't know that. And it's okay. Be upfront and honest with them. Like, look, mama didn't learn how to budget. So we about to get on this Google, all right? We're going to print this template out, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to start this budget, okay? So I need y'all to not limit yourself just because you didn't do it or because you didn't know. I'm telling you about it. You know it's important, so now you need to start doing it, all right? Like I said, I'm going to eventually come up. I have an Excel sheet, but that sheet is for my members, so I'm not going to pass that out. But what I would say is Google budget, like budgeting template. Matter of fact, I'm going to give y'all a whole thing here. Mint. It's called MINT. Download that app. All right. Many of y'all are on y'all phones. You may or may not use the computer like that. Download Mint. MINT. That is a personal financial app. Mint is owned by Intuit. Intuit is also the company that owns QuickBooks. QuickBooks is who we use a lot for our bookkeeping and accounting for ourselves and a lot of our clients, okay? Mint is a newer, fun version of QuickBooks, but it's for personal finances. QuickBooks is for business, all right? So that is an app that I would recommend that you actually download and use. I've used Mint before. I don't use it a whole lot now, but I have used it before. I like Mint. It's very simple for you to kind of set up. You can also take pictures of your receipts and upload it right into the Mint app, so you don't have to worry about maintaining the receipts, right? But you guys need to start this, right? We're going to start having more of these financial topics because, like I said, we are so much more than just taxes and small business loans and stuff like that. Again, our goal, my goal, as well as my staff, is to update you and boost your mindset financially, all right? The goal is for you to get financially independent, financially stable, not living check to check. Having an investment, having some real estate, some property. If you're a business owner, get your business up and rolling, get business funding, right? That's all of the things that we do and deal with, okay? So yeah, that's my tip for you. I told you I'm not going to be long. I'm getting ready to get out of here. I drove back late last night and barely got enough sleep, so I'm going to bed after this. I'm going to go home and feed my mama, and I'm going to bed because I got to be right back up here in the morning for another meeting. Okay. Is it simple as 1, 2, 3? I'm talking about the app. It is to me. Some other people, I haven't had any bad feedback from anybody that I've referred that app to. Again, I don't know if people are utilizing it after I tell them to do it, right? So that's part of the reason why we're going to create this challenge, to make sure that you all have an actual accountability partner to make sure that you are actually using and downloading the app. But to me, it is pretty simple. It is pretty simple. But Beverly, this is the other thing I want you to take out of. Most things in life that are beneficial are not simple. Okay. Life may be hard. Sometimes it may be difficult. You may have to do an app that seems like it's hard. That's the challenge for you. But once you reach this hurdle and you learn this app and you learn personal finances, it will be simple. So it may not be simple to you, but just because it's not simple don't mean you shouldn't do it. So download the app, because that's what I want y'all to get out of. The best things in life are not easy and free. The best things in life you pay for some type of way. Okay. And it's going to be your time, your energy. You get what I'm saying? So that's what it is. It's not going to be simple. This is going to be a process, and you got to be ready for this transition. But that's a very simple app, in my opinion, that you can use. All right. Again, it's Mint. If you're just joining on, it's Mint. MINT. Just the way it sounds, Mint. Okay. That's a very good app for you to be able to use and start working on your personal finances right now. Those of you who are going to be in the membership, you'll have access to this course that I'll be taping on budgeting. but everybody will be able to join the challenge. So like I said, if you are not in my text community, join my text community, 773-923-1763. Now, the other thing with this text community, when you guys text me, this is really a way for me to communicate with you in a mass setting, right? This text community is not for you to send me paragraphs, ask me a bunch of questions. If you want to do a call or a consultation, we can set that up, okay? But the text community is really for me to be able to communicate with you in a mass setting, all right? We do have about 1,100 of you all in there, so I'm so proud of y'all. Thank you for joining my VIP membership. We may be at 1,200 by now. I quit counting once we got over like 1,000 people because my goal was 500. So I'm so excited that we have over 1,000 members, and my original goal was 500. So we doubled that, and we're growing. We're growing every single day. But again, with the text community, it just gives you guys a little more access to me because I'm literally on my phone, and when I have time, I'm able to go in and respond to your text messages, welcome you, give you information. And like I said, my text community gets everything first. So if I have a class, I offer it to you all first. VIP pricing, usually give you a discount. Like, oh, let me remind you, this Sunday, the 25th is already here. I missed the whole week since I've been traveling. I didn't even realize it. But class is Sunday. PPP Loan Explainer webinar. So for those of you who needed that PPP Loan Explainer course, it's Sunday. It's 2 times, 1 o'clock p.m. and 5 o'clock p.m. But it's this Sunday. I'm like, damn, that came quick. And then it's done. All right. This is the last live workshop that you're going to get from me, which is the PPP Loan Explainer. So if you need to get your PPP loan forgiven up to $150,000, I'm going over the SBA application, the process, what are some of the banks asking for, documentation, stuff like that, right? So that's Sunday, 2 different times. Next Saturday, July 31st, we have an introduction to cryptocurrency. That class is going to be taught by brother Taji Gaines. I partnered with Taji. Taji is a wealth of knowledge, just like myself. Brother wears several hats, but right now his most recent one is he's a dean of Chatham Academy, which is a school here in Chicago, right? And so at Chatham Academy, they teach the students about investing, stocks, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. And so Taji is going to host our class. This is a live workshop, but it's on Zoom, so it's not in person. I decided to not do the in-person, just put everybody on Zoom because most of the people who purchased the course are out of state. So we just decided not to do the in-person one, and we'll do it over Zoom. So no matter what city and state you're in, you can get access to that. The cryptocurrency class is $35, very, very low. PPP webinar is $97. Okay. Leaders Love Brunch. That's Sunday. So those of you who want to still get in, we got probably like 10 tickets left, if that. So if we don't do the full 30 people, whoever we will have in attendance. The Leaders Love Brunch is August 1st. Again, that's a private brunch from 12 to 3. We have a chef that are catering you. We have a private rooftop mansion where we will be connecting. I'll do a full live 1-hour empowerment session for those of you who are there. We have some raffles, some giveaways. So I'm looking forward to the Leaders Love Brunch because, again, get in the room with some leaders, with some movers that are doing something in the community, right? Or for themselves. So it's pretty much entrepreneurs, small business owners, leaders, right? So that's it. Told y'all I wasn't keeping y'all on here long. I'm ready to go. I'm tired. So that's it. Finance tip for Friday was budget. Learning a budget, getting a budget, focusing on a budget. If you need assistance with that, then you can always text me again on my private text community. And then we can get you involved in one of the classes that we'll have coming up. But I will be working on the class. I just don't know when. I'm going to be in Houston, August 14th. I'm thinking about coming and just staying out there for the week. I have an event that Saturday, August 14th, that I'll be there for. So if I have anybody here on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook that is in Houston or Texas area, I'm considering doing a meet and greet and maybe like a small workshop, depending on who we get or what kind of response I get. So again, if you're not, get in my text community, because I need to know from my Houston people where I can set up a workshop, do some calling around to try to get something set up real quick, because we will have literally less than three weeks if I did decide to do like an actual workshop. We can definitely do a meet and greet. That's no problem. We can always meet anywhere for that, or be at a diner, bar, lounge. But I would like to be able to host like a mini workshop that next weekend. So that Saturday, I have an event, the 14th. I'm considering staying in Houston that whole week up until the 20th. The 21st is a Saturday. So, because I know for most people, it will be easier for you to do a class or a workshop probably on a Saturday or after work. So if I did it during the week, I know it would have to be like after 6. But I would like to maybe do it on the Saturday, the 21st, after class, because I have a class that day too, from 1 to 4. But we'll get it together. We'll figure it out. But Houston, just know I'm coming August 14th. And I'll probably be there that entire week. Probably. I need to confirm some things. But I'll probably stay out there a week, so that way I could do a formal workshop and definitely a meet and greet. Okay. Beverly. So don't worry, Beverly. I'll be hosting more brunches. We'll be coming around. We'll be coming around for sure. So that's it. I'm getting ready to go off for tonight. I will see you all tomorrow for Small Business Saturday. Small business. I just posted a grant on my TikTok page. YouTube, I'm going to see if I could upload that video. If not, I'm going to come on tomorrow and give you a breakdown of some grants that I have access to that are open. So for those of you who are small business owners, tomorrow, let's say I'll get on between 11 a.m. and noon, because my first appointment is at 1, I want to say. So small business owners, just look for me between 11 a.m. and noon tomorrow. I'm going to have a short list that I'm going to break down with some grants that are available and still open for you to apply for if you are a small business owner. And then my VIP community, I will actually submit the whole list too. So on here, I'm just talk to you about it. But my VIP text community, I will actually send you all the list with the links to it. All right. So that's it. Have a good night. I know it's nice in Chicago. It's real nice. So wherever you are, enjoy this weekend. Enjoy the weather. Enjoy your time. Have a good evening. All right.